Hello, everybody. Welcome back tonight. Back to Roll With It RPG, but it is Outlander night, D&D time. No crazy vampires, no guys being lit on fire yet. The night's still
Make
young.
it happen.
It's still young. Could very well happen. We do have a pyromaniac tiefling sorcerer, so the chances of somebody getting lit on fire are high. Probable. Right now we are down one person. Not sure if we'll be full staff here in a bit or not, but we do move on. The train keeps rolling. Outlander's adventure, or shop, party, practice horticulture.
All separately go to El Hazir's.
Yep. Yesterday wasn't too bad. I mean, there were like 3 or 4 of you that went at the same time, so that was a bonus. But yeah, last time the Outlanders got together, you guys did go to see El Hazir again. There was a little bit of research that was also done. Rowan had gone to the library in order to potentially research into the consortium. Found a book, but got bored with reading and left. And then on the way home, forgot what he was taught. Or forgot what he had read, and then you guys decided to make a new plan where Kovac would go, as well as Lilith would go with him, and then during the same time, I believe Rith and Damien had gone to the Leech, while Rowan was at the library. Did a little bit of shopping for some potions there. When Kovac went back to the library himself with Lilith, Kelnorin and Damien, did you guys go to the Bound Tome? Or was it Rith that went? I think it was
Kelnorin and Rith.
Kelnorin and Rith. So,
Yep.
You guys spoke to... What's his face? I can't remember his name now off the top of my head. I've got a note with his name back there somewhere, and it's in there. But both times I think that Kilnoran's talked to this guy. He's come across. He starts off as a jerk, and then Kilnoran touches on a subject that the man feels passionate about, and he actually is helpful. So.
Yeah, I've noticed that he's titled Pompous Jackass by all the people that directed me to him.
Yep.
And it hasn't really come off that way.
Right. Both times he's actually helped you. It's kind of crazy. But you guys ended up speaking with him and got a fair amount of information from him as well on the consortium. Kovac got some information as well. Which I guess I could always share, but Kovac and Rith, you guys have your own bit of information that you accumulated from the bookstore owner. And after that point, Kelnorin, you introduced everybody to... forgot how to pronounce his name off the top of my head.
Yeah, that's fair. It is pronounced Korthirin.
Korthirin, the newly awakened walnut tree that is the guardian of the tower. He was introduced to everybody at the tower itself and given instruction that these are friends, and as time goes on, the group would help the newly awakened tree in understanding who they would need to protect the tower from, or if it was someone who was attempting to assault the tower, but they would work on it as time went on. So you guys then spoke with El Hazir again. I think Kelnorin, you'd let him know that you were going to be doing a get-together at basically your grove, or meeting at the tower to go visit a place. Had put out some invites to some people. Done some shopping in order to do some catering for this as well. and I believe it's where we'd left off. I think it's later in the day than what the time shows. Because the 27th, I think, is when you were.
Yeah, it's 27th is the meeting.
Yeah.
I'm actually not sure we did any catering yet. I had mentioned that as part of the plan, but hadn't gotten to it yet.
What you were going to do today, I think. But it's about noon after you guys have done all of your research and getting back together and heading back out. So it's about noon at this point. Group is still together, I believe, after meeting and talking about the tree. Or that might have happened the previous day. Gosh,
that happened the previous night.
Night. Yeah,
we're all split up a little bit.
Yeah,
I think we're all in pairs of 2.
You are. Yeah, you are. So, Rith and Kelnorn, where were you going after the Bound Tome?
If it's all right with you, Rith, I'd like to make Shelby our next stop.
Sure, I would happily see her again. And I am just along for the ride with you.
Okie dokie.
You'd happily like to see her. Oh, sorry.
I mean, if I got a shift to focus, I'll work on that one.
Shelby secretly in love with me.
Seen Rith?
Yeah.
The new and improved one?
She hasn't.
Rebecca's just a matchmaker.
That's right.
All right. So yeah, off to Shelby's.
Okay. Not too far from the Bound Tome. I think just a little bit north of. Yeah. A little bit north of where you were. So. Fairly short trek to find her home. So. Excuse me. All right. So
You're
yeah.
excused.
Thank you. All right. So yeah, you arrive at Shelby's home. Presently her door is shut, but
I'll give it a knock.
okay. Give it a knock, and doesn't take long. Her place isn't very large. Door opens, and a pair of you see Shelby staying. Oh, hey. You guys want to come in?
Yes, please.
Come on in.
I will duck through the doorway.
I will probably as well.
I know you're fine.
Okay.
She'll shut the door after you come in. What can I? Good to see you guys. Are you here just on a social visit, or?
Has she seen me since the transformation? I don't think so.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Kind of give you an odd look for a moment. Rith?
Hey!
We'll update the screen here. Ooh. It's fun watching the stream do its thing. That's good time. All right. Welcome in, Kovac.
Hi. That was my bad, guys. Sorry.
It happens. It happens. But yes, no. First time she's seen you, Rith, since the transformation. So, kind of look at you, scale color, tail gone. I mean, roughly your face and everything looks the same. That's different.
I went through a lot, but Ski Rod is no more.
So this was was this on purpose, or was this just like a side effect of something?
Both. I fought a astral projected dragon and won, and reformed myself.
Oh. Okay. But I don't really understand most of that. But still, you though.
Still me. Hold out my hands for like a hug or whatever.
Should give you one.
It is good to see you.
You guys as well. So what?
Well, it's been like a month since we saw you last.
Yeah, you guys have been gone for a while.
So I was wondering on how are you doing with what I assigned you?
It's been going pretty well. I had the item that I needed for my self focus. She'll go back towards her bed, which is in just kind of this common area that she has. She'll pull out a sword that's in a sheath, and she'll say, "This was my dad's. He was part of the guard. He's kind of the reason that I joined. I didn't quite get to do the same things that he did, but he left this to me when he passed, and it's kind of been a memento that I've held dear."
I'll hold out my hands. May I?
Oh, yeah.
I will give it a thorough look over.
Okay.
Looking for signs of, I guess, overcare. The type of thing that happens when you work on something that you care a bit too much about that causes minor imperfections in it. Shows that it's been handled often, even if it's not been put to use, stuff like that.
Okay. Go ahead and give me an investigation check or perception, whichever one you, depending on if you're just more looking or if you're feeling.
And I'll do investigation.
Okay. Nice.
20.
It doesn't look like it's been over cared for. I mean, it does look like she's taken it out. It is, I guess you're checking it. The blade itself is sharp. It's oiled. The pommel and everything is polished, and it looks like a very well cared for blade.
Very good. This is, I could tell it. You care for it a great deal. This is perfect for representing yourself.
Oh, good. I've been working on the other ones. They've been a little bit of harder, I guess, to kind of find something that resonates with me in those regards. But
it is difficult.
I think I've got a few things I'm gonna go retrieve here soon. But yeah.
Good. Have you found any of the symbols I showed you?
I thought I had found one of them. Wasn't really. I couldn't understand anything about it. But it looked kind of strange on one of the trees in the city. If that's one you were talking about, that's kind of near the south gate.
It's possible. I will not answer that question just yet.
Well, okay.
I'm planning on something for tomorrow. I was hoping you would join us at the tower tomorrow evening if you have the time.
Yeah, I could do that. Like what time are you?
6-ish, if that's possible.
Sure. I don't have anything going on at that point.
Well, what have you been doing this, month that
I've still been helping out with the guard a little bit, here and there. They had to train a replacement for me, so I've been helping out with that. I had been working on some of my martial skills too, just refining some of them. Felt like a few of them had been a little bit more lax since I've been behind the desk as much. So
We should spar.
I would welcome that. I'm not sure I could match you strength for strength, but I've pretty quick.
No, you will face many different challenges, and
Yes, yeah, and I've always focused on being more quick and I guess clever as opposed to trying to overpower people. But I would be happy to. Any pointers I could get would be great. I was at the library looking up some reading up on some druid circles, so it was interesting. Been working on some herbalism stuff too.
good initiative is great. Makes me
Trying to
happy.
understand the things that are growing around here and some of the things that they can be used for.
Well, if you want, we could sit here and chat and talk about what we've been doing and
Oh,
all the little things you've been doing.
yeah, I would love to hear what's happened over the last month. Sounds like you guys have been busy. If you fought Ski Rod, was he the other dragon guy?
he was, yes. He was the fallen dragon.
Well, I would love to hear about that. And anything else that's happened?
Yeah, if she's up for it, and Rith is willing to sit through it. We'll talk.
I'll join in on the talk and add
Okay.
my perspective on things, and go there.
All right. So, you guys will probably be there for a few hours as you're sharing, talking about things, going over, depending, I guess, how much you guys share on Shaper's Rest and the events that happen.
If he doesn't mention her, I will not mention her.
I will not specify her because she's kind of like a trigger word with Shelby.
Sure. Well, but, I mean, Shaper's Rest, you guys had just anything that happened there with the Guardians that you had encountered and whatnot.
Right.
So, but yeah.
Yeah, Rebecca from Hillsfar.
Elsewhere, yeah.
Yes.
When we go over that, I won't mention her there.
Yep. Okay, so you guys talk about Hillsfar, coming back, going back through Evening Star, taking care of the Transformation Chamber, pursuing Ski Rod, Shaper's Rest, fronting Ski Rod, and then coming back.
Yep.
Yeah, and kind of what we're looking at doing a little bit here.
Okay.
And that Kerr's retiring, or Kalnoran, or Baron, whichever one he goes by.
It is solely Kelnoran now.
Okay.
Yep.
That Kalnoran and Rowan are looking at retiring from from adventuring for a while.
I can understand. Not to say anything bad necessarily, but I can, Calhorn, I can understand you retiring, but why is Rowan?
Well, he says it's in support of me since I've been kind of following his lead. But I suspect there's something else driving it. I just don't know what.
Okay. Well,
I am surprised too, since he has found companionship with Kovac.
He was. I can't remember if she knows about his sister or not. I don't think so.
I don't know that that's ever come up.
I don't know. Has Rowan ever talked about that with her? Can't remember.
I think she might have been there that night that I did.
Yeah, I think so. Wasn't. I mean, he was going after his sister, right?
Yes, he says he'll still look into it, but
Okay.
that type of investigation's kind of hard to do from one spot. It requires being active out there. You know what I mean?
I would agree. I mean, we wouldn't be able to do much investigation from the post office if we were looking into something in the city. So I kind of understand your meaning. Hopefully he figures out whatever he's looking for.
I plan on taking the time of this next mission, and if I can't convince him during that, to try to push him back into actively adventuring so that he can more easily find the answers he seeks.
You could try and convince him to expand our guild and be in charge of that, our charter, and send people out to seek information on things.
That's an idea.
That way, if he does find information on his sister, we as a group would be able to assist him.
I will, with help. I think we should take that route.
Since you're staying at the Grove, it would give him something to do.
Yeah. Learning to do what I do is admittedly a little boring, if from like an outside perspective.
I'm looking forward to it.
Well, that's great. I mean, I'm super happy about it. It's just that him watching you learn to talk to, like, say, a daffodil and get a meaning response from it is going to seem like watching paint dry or literally grass grow. It's a difficult skill. It takes time. A bit like wizarding, there's effort. It's
I have a feeling making things explode is a little bit different, though, than talking to the plants.
I would agree, but I just recently learned about the weave, so apparently a lot of magic functions at the most basic level very similarly.
Oh. Okay.
I had no idea. I honestly thought my magic came from the spirits and beings of nature as they confer upon me that ability, or agreements made to to cast a particular spell. Like I've been functioning, trying to make a version of a firebolt, but trying to incorporate nature as the way I understood magic to work, and it's not been functioning. And now maybe I need to look at how a wizard does it to make it more applicable, since I've been looking at it wrong.
Okay. I'm. I wasn't really. I'm not familiar with, I guess, really magic of any kind.
Same here.
Well, it's only, I guess, partially true. Always been kind of able to do like a few things here and there, but not really magic per se.
You have abilities?
She'll like there's a sconce that's on the wall, and she will kind of make a motion with her hand and say a word, and you see this light spell comes up. I've just been able to do that since I was a kid.
Oh.
Give me a perception check.
A perception check, you say?
Yep. Yeah.
$19.
19. Okay. As she does that, you'll notice that there is like a faint hint of like a radiance to her skin, even as the light spell goes off. Looks like she wears kind of like a makeup for what this time frame would be, like what would be considered more like a foundation to kind of mute some of her natural skin tone, but you can kind of see from underneath that there's a slight radiance to it.
No.
Make a nature or arcana check if you want.
I will go with nature, since I actually have points in that, though it's never really availed me much.
13.
13, that's not bad for me.
Yeah. You think she I mean, you've definitely heard of them, but like an Azamar.
Okay.
Seems like she has some sort of celestial blood inside of her.
I'll just smile and be like, I think maybe learning the magic portion might come a little more easily to you than it did to me.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've never really understood why I could do that, but it's just always been something I could do.
I think it's impressive.
I agree.
After a minute, the light goes down.
Oh, it's getting dark in here. I can't see.
Right? Cast dark vision. It's awful. But yeah, she'll continue to talk to you guys as you are. Okay, it does not want to. Apparently, this sheet doesn't work at all really anymore. Default save. Been noticing that the there we go. Oh no, it lasts for an hour. Never mind.
The
The light,
Yeah.
The sheet's
the
fired.
sheets.
Yeah, the sheets are weird now. Like you can't click on the spells like you used to be able to on the legacy ones, and have them like do the drop down where it shows you the spell.
Yeah, I noticed.
Yeah, so I hadn't noticed that since I'd done the update. So I
But-
switched.
You can hover over it, and it gives you the read up.
Yeah, I was hoping I could just click on it so I didn't have to keep my mouse hovered over it, but it's fine. It is what it is. But yeah, she'll continue talk to you guys for a while. Next up, Rowan, what were you doing?
Oh, I just went home. I really didn't have any plans.
Okay. Lilith, you and Kovac, after you finish at the library?
I think we were going back to the tower.
I see. Yep. Don't have any plans beyond that.
Okay. Damien?
For the most part, I was trying to kill time, trying to think what else I can do to get prepared to go down in there or go down into the dungeon. But I can't think of anything else that I really need to do.
Okay.
So I'm hanging out till someone tells me what to do.
I walk in, he's
All
just randomly casting fireball. I'm like, what are you doing? And he says, I'm killing time. Leave me alone. Die, time.
All of the clocks are smashed.
Oh my god.
Poor Cogsworth.
He
Oh,
never
you
saw it
deserved it.
coming.
But yeah, so Damien, as you're waiting there, Rowan will, I believe, be the first one back, followed by Lilith and Kovac, and then a few hours later, as the afternoon's getting closer towards dinner time, Kelnorin and Rith.
Yeah, on the way back to the tower, I'd stop by somewhere to order the catering.
Okay.
Just need to know how much it costs me, so because it's not that big a deal.
Do you go to the same place that you got in the catering from before?
Yes.
I can't remember the name of it now. It was like Soldier's Boots, I think is what it was called. Yep, that's it. Soldier's Boots. Okay. So if you're looking for, we'll say if you're looking for something like 20 people, or at least 20 people's worth of food and drink, it'll end up costing you about 30 gold.
30 gold?
Yep.
Okie dokie.
That includes beverage and food and everything.
All right. Thank you very much.
Okay. And they'll set up a time when you can either pick it up or they can bring it out to the tower, depending on which way you want to go.
Delivered.
Okay.
Oh man, that DoorDash price is gonna 30 more gold now.
Uber Eats.
Yeah.
So yeah. I still need to meet with Nija
Okay.
or Nia.
Niha.
Because I told her I'd give her the speak with animals potion.
Yes. Okay.
So.
I mean, you'll see her as you're walking back with your passive. I mean, you'll see her. She's not outside when you're kind of spotting, but once you go into the tower, you'll see her back in the kitchen area, apparently helping Ilga with dinner prep.
Okay. I'll poke my head back. Hello, ladies.
Oh, Kelnorin, welcome back.
Would you like your...
Upstairs, if you're looking for him.
Not really. I'm here to say hi to you and ask after supper if you want to do the conference with the horses.
Oh, yes. Yeah, that'd be good. Certainly would like to know why Rowan's horse keeps biting me.
I'm curious as well.
Or nipping, I guess. But
I'll be heading out that way when we're done, and then I'll head up to my room.
okay, Rith, where are you heading when you get inside?
I don't know, probably just to my room to put stuff away, and probably head back down to the dining area and wait.
Okay.
I don't have anything specific I need to do.
Gotcha. All right, so it is late afternoon. Everybody is together. What would you guys like to do before dinner time?
Should we talk about what we found?
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Sure.
Kovac and I found some good information.
Okay, well, let's have you go first then.
Yeah, you go first, Lilith.
I'll let Kovac go ahead and tell it. He found the majority of it.
I mean,
What?
I'm sure you have a unique take on what you guys found. I'd like to hear it.
Are you sure, Lilith?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
I mean, it wasn't a whole lot different information than what Rowan found initially, but I could fill in a couple gaps. The consortium's, it's northeast of the ruins of Ilrafon, and it's about a 2-day walk from there. It's built into a natural cave system, reinforced with magic. 4 different spires. The central spire was a meeting place, and the other 3 were devoted to the 3 magisters that were in charge of the 3 fields of magic, including Shadowfell, Elemental, and Transmutation, which also involved splicing things, people, and whatnot.
Yeah, we heard that we heard that too.
Yeah.
There are abominations wandering the halls.
Elemental fusions. The gentleman specifically mentioned satyrs.
Should be interesting.
Also, wild magic fields. And not like wild magic like Kelnoran wild.
Yeah,
In case
it
anyone
was
else doesn't understand that part.
new to me.
Yeah, if you cast spells when in the wild magic area, your magic may turn you into a popsicle.
Okay.
They said you could see it through. You could potentially see it through it glimmering. It glimmers. Is that right?
Yeah, like there's a shimmer. I would imagine it's like opalescent or sparkly or something.
So should I
But-
not cast things? What? How do we avoid this?
I believe they
Well,
said if
in
it's
it,
a high
don't
enough level.
cast. Yeah.
Simple spells aren't affected, but those that require more effort have a chance. I don't think it's possible for us to truly avoid it, so we need to watch for the shimmer and brace for the possibility of becoming a popsicle. And I'll look at Riz.
Did they teach you this popsicle part after I left, or?
Actually, I had the store owner write it all down, and I'll break out that paperwork and hand it to Damien first, so he can get a better grip of what he's going to be walking into.
Okay.
You don't trust handing it to Kovac, or what?
No, I do. It's just that he's the caster like myself, so
Okay. So yeah, Damien.
That makes sense.
Go ahead and just give me a charisma check, since that's your spellcasting
Ooh.
ability. You're trying to understand
to
how.
figure out how to navigate the new thing. There we go.
16. All right. Yeah. You get the impression that what you would consider cantrips, they are safe to cast. If you cast anything that requires more power, then there is a chance, albeit small, for the magic to surge differently. You can give me a history check if you have anything in that.
I do.
Okay.
Oh,
12. Yeah, kind of the way that the paper reads is reminiscent. You can't draw a whole lot of detail from it, but very reminiscent of like when the spell plague first hit Faerun, and magic just kind of went haywire. Mages would cast spells, and sometimes they would work, sometimes they would not work at all. Sometimes the effects of them would be much larger or more explosive than they were anticipating. It led to you've heard tales of there being sorcerers like yourself, but instead of being infused with like draconic essence to kind of power themselves, or even like shadow fell magics to power their magics, there are individuals that are powered by this wild magic, and the things that they do can be quite spectacular, but also unpredictable, dangerous. Occasionally, some of the stories that you've either heard or read, you can't recall them specifically, but you can recall that you laughed at a few of them because it just seems comedic. Maybe not, in the instance where you might need it to happen. But it does reference, people being turned into a potted plant or a sheep, or other animals that are more benign. Well, but yeah, it just references that sometimes even like spells can go off and you could have two different effects happen. And it might not even be the spell that you cast. Neither one. So but the paper does also reference that it's more of there's a chance that those that have a connection to the weave or to the arcane side might be able to sense when they're in a wild magic zone. It just requires you to be aware and perceptive.
Anything else, Kovac?
Nothing major. There's some other historical stuff, but I don't know how applicable it is to us.
it sounded just like the same stuff I learned. I don't know why you guys were concerned. I mean,
Your lack of confidence.
It was close what we found, but
I'm that way all the
put a little
time.
bit more details with it. That was it.
You did good, Rowan. You did good.
Thanks.
That was very that'll do, pig. Just
Yeah, I feel like I just got like a pat on the head or something, Good boy.
Let me check one thing here, because I know you had them right down.
Does anybody know where the other ruins are that he mentioned?
Eurofon.
Yep. Yeah, those.
We could, since I'll be getting us close to Hillsfar, we could stop there and ask directions.
I was gonna suggest that actually. That's a great idea.
Maybe if we're going to Hillsfire, Lilith shouldn't ask the questions.
But as far as they know, she's in charge, so maybe she should.
That's true.
Hmm.
We can talk to Damas.
Or Captain Hoolan.
Yeah.
It would be nice to see how they have fared since the incident.
Plus, then Damien can experience the
Hatred?
lovely
Oh.
hatred. Yeah.
Who makes this? Sorry, I was kind of reading.
No, it's okay. Hillsfar, they don't like anything that's not human in any way.
Oh, I'll just disguise myself then when I go in.
But they didn't, but they were supposed to be changing their ways.
It might take more time than we've been gone, though, for that.
Yeah.
It's been a few days.
It's been a good 10 day.
A few whole days?
We've only been a group for like a month.
Yeah. Not very long at all.
2 hours.
10 minutes.
10 minutes.
Give me one more history check there, Damien, too, as you're reading through the paper.
Sure. Sorry, I opened up my map to see where we were talking about going. Be a nat 1, watch this.
I thought the last one was
Good
going
ones.
to be, it was like 717.
It wasn't that one. It was just two
Two
of
of
them
them.
together.
Yeah.
Makes it even better. There's a group that the paper that was written down in the papers that the consortium was founded when there was a group of wizards that were fleeing.
Yeah, I've got all that. I just
Yeah.
didn't share it.
Right. But this was written on the one that Keldoran had gotten
Oh.
from the bookstore guy. Had mentioned that basically the consortium was founded by wizards who fled Molemaster, which is a settlement on the Moon Sea, and they were fleeing the Molemaster cloaks, which you know to be an arcane policing agency within Molemaster. So it's, I mean, it kind of alludes to the fact that whatever these wizards were up to was not necessarily copacetic in the city, and that they were driven from it. So
Maybe it's because they lived in a city with the name Moldmaster.
Yeah.
That's very silly, even for a fantasy name.
it is. But you also know that
Interesting to think about. So it's kind of a mage. What do I want to say? Like a mage underground society, then?
Yeah, I mean, you know that the cloaks themselves can be a little bit fanatical in their duties, as policing arcane stuff in Molemaster, but yeah, you can draw from that what you will.
so they're not going to be super respectable to authority there. But I mean, they're all dead. So
Well, yes. We're just going to have to deal with their aftermath of not being respectful.
Do we know for a fact that they're all dead?
I mean, city seems abandoned from what I've heard, but I don't know exactly. I guess there could be people there. It just doesn't seem like an ideal place to practice magic.
Unless you're a person that likes to do magic with dead people.
Are you thinking some type of necromancy would be there?
I'm just saying it could be a
look,
possibility. They're
A normal
magic
explosive
users.
spell, a normal explosive spell going wrong is bad enough, but I gotta imagine that a necromancy spell going wrong just is even worse. You now have undead not controlled.
Well, they might be undead popsicles.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm just throwing out possibilities here, you know? In my
It's-
experiences in the month that we've been an adventuring group, anything could happen.
It's it seems like it's going to be bad.
I mean-
Almost as bad as going into the halls with no information at all. And I'm kind of sorry for it.
Yeah, we've done that twice.
Yeah.
I mean, like, you know,
Let's not lose sight of the goal. We're just trying to figure out who made the bracers or the gauntlets. I can't remember. Bracers, I think.
the bindings.
Yeah, the
Shackles
binding.
of the creator. Name of the shackles.
Shackles of planar binding.
Okay, so we just have to figure out that person.
Right.
All right.
Which will be most likely in the library,
It's a good place to start.
according to Al Hazir.
Shackles. Okay. So the library has records of like the magical creation items.
No, the where we're going in their library.
They would probably have records in there, I would think.
There's a library at the consortium.
Right. Yeah. Sorry.
All right. When do we leave?
On the 28th, so 2 days from now. A little under
We
2
have a-
days from now.
We have a party tomorrow night.
Rith, you better get your good clothes out.
No, he's fine. A bit of a walk too.
Oh. Okay, don't wear your fine clothes. They might get dirty.
All I have are fine clothes.
They're very nice.
I meant,
Like mine.
Rith, he's got 2 sets.
Sure. Sure.
I'm gonna clean Kelnorn's clothes off. Prestidigitation, clean them off.
No, smoke opponents!
And he's naked.
Actually, his clothes are
Yeah,
rather nice.
yeah, he bought
Underneath all the
nice
dirt.
clothes in Hillspar.
Yep, I'm wearing a noble's outfit.
You just couldn't tell because of the dirt and twigs, things that have been accumulated on there. But yeah, his clothes are actually very nice.
Wait, I have a question.
Hmm.
It's getting colder out and we're going north. Do we need some warmer clothing?
Uh, maybe.
Because I thought it was starting to get a little bit colder around Hillsfar and all that, but I don't remember. Yep.
Yeah. It's,
Well, you guys said it was getting colder around Hillsfar. I wasn't sure.
I will probably pick up some winter clothes before we go.
Man, we should have thought about that earlier in the week, huh?
Is it alright if I give you some money to... You know what? I'll just wrap myself in my cloak. It's big and furry.
Oh, I think I have some nice clothes upstairs that would work. But yeah, I think we'll be traveling by foot mostly, won't we? Or oh no, you were going to take us in the tree, right?
Via tree, yeah.
That.
Yes, a portal would be opened up in one tree, and then in another in our destination. And if we're fast enough, we can get through without any problems. It's,
Fast enough?
from my understanding, they don't stay open very long since it's using a tree to create it.
How does that work with the wild magic problems in the area? Are you going to be able to port in there, or is it going to take us somewhere else?
I can only go to places where I know a tree. I could use scrying to try to see a tree, but it'll be closer to Hillsfar. That will be coming out, so we'll need to travel a few days to get there. And I probably won't risk casting it to get back while in the vicinity of the consortium. I don't want to inadvertently blow up or whatever might happen, you know?
So on the other side, we were invited to some shindig.
Yes, I'm inviting you to a shindig. It'll be here.
Well, I don't have to go anywhere then.
And we'll be walking to the place of my future grove, because I would like everyone here to know where it's at, to have another potential place to seek solace and safety for just in cases.
Very nice.
So it's a bunch of trees in an open field. That's where the party is.
Oh no, the food and party part will be here.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm alright with that.
Yeah. It's a nice little slightly enclosed area. There's a small pond, some cliffside for me to mold into a place to live. It's actually quite nice, nice and secret too, which is helpful.
Okay then, I can't wait to see your idea of a party.
Yeah, I hit a local pub to get catering. Ordered a bunch of food and booze, and I invited everybody I know, save two. Rebecca and one other.
Poor Eli.
That's the one.
Captain Hoolan's coming?
He's too far away. Otherwise, I probably would, actually.
You could tree him in.
I won't actually be able to do the tree thing until after tomorrow.
Oh.
Lady Tesseral's coming?
also too far away. Though, if I send an animal messenger, she could probably be here for it.
Okay, I'm done
Do you-
naming people that are too far away.
Do you want me to invite Lady Tesserol? Doesn't
No,
seem like too bad of an idea.
I just knew you knew her, so.
I think Rowan would like to see her.
Sam is coming?
He will be there. Yes.
Cool. That's all I got.
I'll get a hold of a bird when I step outside later tonight.
Gonna have it go to Evening Star.
Yep.
Okay.
I'll upcast Animal Messenger like as high as I can go to be able to pull it off.
Okay. What's their? I don't remember how far they can.
Uh,
Okay, so. All right.
it's basically sending via animal.
Yeah.
Uh, 25 words, travels for a duration of the spell towards the location.
Up to 50 miles. For flying. Okay.
Every spell slot above third increases the amount of time they'll do it by 48 hours.
Third level or higher. Yeah. So
Yep.
every level above 2. Okay. So. Given your Outlander trait, you kind of have a good idea of how far you need to go. Evening Star is essentially it's just outside the range of the normal spell.
Oh,
Like,
so I'll need a
A
third
few
level.
miles. Yeah, a few miles, really.
Okay.
Because you know that, I mean, walking, it's about a 2 to 2.5 day walk. The horses can typically make it in like a day or so, little over a day. I mean, previously you had them delay the first time you were coming to Arabelle from Evening Star.
Right.
So, but yeah, third level will be fine.
Okey-doke.
All right. What message do you want to send to her?
Okay, so I will actually use my feature. There it is. To use one of my wild shapes to summon Trevelyan.
Okay.
So I'll do that. And then, all right, let's see if I can do it. Hello. This is Kilnoran. You are cordially invited to a party at our tower tomorrow at 6.
Okay.
And I'll use Trevelyan to be the messenger.
Okay.
And I'll cast
You
it at
want to include the date like you have, since you know it's going to be tomorrow before the bird or the animal gets there.
okay. The 27th.
Okay.
I guess.
Tomorrow the 27th. Okay.
So that
You still have 5 more words.
I do.
Six technically. Yeah. Because it was 17 to get there, and then if you add in the 27th, that's 2 words there.
Okay, then sorry for the late invite.
Okay. Varian will give you a quick caw and just start flying off at a rapid pace. So he is gone, doing his thing. All right. Anybody else got anything else they want to do for the evening?
Just a horse conference.
Okay.
Yep.
Nope.
Nothing for me.
All right. So go out. Niha joins you at the stables.
Yeah. Ready?
As ready as I can be, sure.
I will hand her my speak with animals potion.
Okay.
I'll just
She's like, just drink it and then I can talk to it.
Uh-huh.
For how
That's-
long?
about 10 minutes.
Okay. And if I want to stop talking, can I?
Oh yeah, just stop talking. You know,
Will I
if
still
you,
understand them for like 10 minutes though, or?
yeah, absolutely. You'll still be able to hear them for the full time.
Will I be able to hear everything? Like all of them? Or just
As lo-
one?
All of them, as long as you're in range.
Okay. But the trees, I won't be able to hear them.
Correct. Just the
Animals.
animals.
Bugs count as animals?
They do, but usually you don't. Since they're so small, you don't pick up on anything they're saying unless you're trying.
Okay. Okay. That makes sense. All right. All right. I'll give this a shot. And she
All right,
drinks
I'll
it down.
just use the potion for her. Bam.
Yep. She's like,
Uh,
kind of a weird, almost leaf and dirt like taste.
I'll take your word for it. I'm not surprised. And then I'll cast it so I can assist.
Okay. Pretty sure a horse is a 3 intelligence. That's not what I want.
I mean, that makes them fairly smart for an animal.
It would. Yeah. Okay. How do you know if your horse is fine?
I
Nope.
asked.
Intelligence of 2.
Oh, intelligence of 2. Okay. Still doesn't make them the dumbest animals out there, but all right. See.
Would you like me to start?
Sure. I'm not sure how really. I mean, do I just talk normally, or I'll follow your lead.
Okay. I'll head in and be like, "Hello, everybody. How you guys doing?"
It's good. It's cold. It's getting cold. But blankets are warm.
Do we have enough blankets for you? Do you think we need more?
See the one that's been like nipping at her be like, more, need more,
Okay.
more.
Anyways, everybody, I believe you know Niha.
Yeah, no, yes, we know. Yeah, kind of a chorus of yes, we know, yes. Gives food. Brushes.
Yeah. Like how she's taking care of you?
Um, more brushes, more apples, more oats, more brushes. Just typical horses asking for more stuff that they really like, as
Gotcha.
opposed to the hay and stuff. But
All right. You're up.
okay, should go back to the one and say, keep biting at my hair. Is something wrong? And horse will say, bored, really bored. We used to go out more riding, more traveling, and it's cold. I'm on the blanket.
I guess that makes sense. Nipping at her hair is maybe not the way to get what you want, though. It's a little mean.
Well, that's how I tell them when I'm upset or annoyed. They understand. Just kind of nudging towards the other horses.
Okay. Well, I'll be honest, that's not usually how it goes about for people like us.
What should we do?
How about uh, a nudge, one that is on the shoulder, not very hard, but one that gets the point across of displeasure. Would that be okay with you, or do you have a different idea in mind?
Talking to Niha or
Uh-huh.
okay. Say, no, I would be okay with them nudging me if something is wrong. But she kind of looks at him like you all don't need apples every day or the oats. You need the other stuff too. It's good for you. So only nudges when something is wrong, not when you just want something.
That's fair. That seems okay. Is that all right with you guys?
See, we'll have her give a persuasion check.
I will assist.
Okay. Oh, okay. It's like a 21. Kind of get a few nays and just as they all kind of assent, and finally the Rowan's horse is the last one that's like, all right, that's fine. We could do that. Can we go for more rides? Need to get out of here sometimes.
You will be going on a ride within a couple sunups from now.
Okay. Okay. That would be good.
So if you guys want something, you could request it. Perhaps different items would be a different number of, foot stomps, hoof stomps. Say apples would be one, since that's, I know, one of your favorites, and I'll stomp my foot once, and then maybe oats is two, and I'll do that twice, and then I'll just go through numbering the different things they might request and see if that's okay.
Okay. Go ahead and give me an animal handling check.
I can't use my persuasion.
Yeah, go. I mean, if you want to, that's fine.
I just get advantage when dealing with animals.
Yeah. It's just more about just trying to get them to understand what you're. Oh, 17.
17.
Okay. Let's see. Takes a little bit. You have to reiterate the difference between like 1 and 2, and just like the different items that they're associated with, just to get them to kind of understand.
Gotcha.
But after a few repeat iterations of doing what you're doing, they seem to understand what you're conveying to them.
Alrighty. Well, are you satisfied, madam?
Yeah. I mean, I might stay out here for a little while and just ask them and see what they do like and what I'm doing well, I guess. But thanks. So it's helpful.
I'm glad it helped. Unfortunately, I don't have any more of these potions, but there are a few brewers in town. So if you ever want to talk to them again, you can hunt them down, and I will provide the coinage.
You're able to just do this whenever you want, though?
Yes. I cast a spell for this, but I can understand them when they're just making their nays and whinnies.
Okay. Well, if that's the case, I mean, in future, if I think there's something's wrong, I might ask you.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Thanks. I told Rith I thought you were kind of weird when you were out there talking to the tree, so I'm sorry about that. Didn't quite understand what it is that you do.
No, I think that's a fair assessment of me. So,
Well,
no need to apologize.
I think it's pretty useful. So, well, all right. I'll talk to them a little bit more.
All right.
So, if depending on if you stay out there, she will talk to them and ask what she's doing well, what they do like, what they don't like, and
I'll stand there for a little bit and then be like, "Have a good night, guys. I will see you in a couple days. A couple sunups from now. I'm going to head in. I've got a potion that needs brewing, and I'll turn around and head on in."
All right. Very good. So, she'll stay out there for a little while. Yeah, for the little bit of time you're out there, seems like you can tell she takes her job pretty seriously. Seems diligent. So, all right. You're doing herbalism?
Yep, doing another greater healing.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a roll.
That was almost a 1. 22.
22. All right. Yeah, you get it going. No problems. Should be done in the morning when you wake up.
Excellent.
All right. Everybody just going to sleep then?
Yep.
All right.
I'll have after supper. I'll have just kind of talk to the tree for a bit, just because it was fun.
Okay.
Nothing specific.
Sure. All right. It will convey to you the strangeness of kind of observing things for season after season or years as it's come to know things. Finding that it can actually express itself now is a strange concept. It's like talking to someone who just realized, went from being blind to having full sight, or, couldn't communicate at all to being able to speak normally. It's an interesting experience talking to the tree.
Cool. So I was wondering.
So, all right. So, next day, you guys finish up your evening, get your rest in. Next day comes around. Anything you guys want to specifically do today before the party?
You don't want to go get your cold weather clothing?
I was thinking about it, probably.
Yeah, I guess I will.
Would
I'll
you?
go into town and go to the tailor.
Are you visiting the big and small?
It's a place I've been to before.
I got your joke. Don't worry.
Thank you.
It's because it's Kelnoran. The delivery just wasn't quite there, you know?
It needs to be as flat as possible.
Yep.
So I'll head to the tailor and just get some cold weather gear. Just a heavier cloak. And maybe some like heavier riding pants.
Okay. If you're looking for cold weather clothes, it'll end up running you about 10 gold pieces. It'll include a heavy cloak that is lined, that will help keep you warm, as well as with the hood. It's lined with fur. And then some pants and boots that you can wear that will protect you from cold weather. So
How much was it? I was going to get some too.
10 gold.
Yeah, I suppose probably a good idea.
What if I bought an extra coat?
Just like a cloak, basically, or...
Yeah.
Okay. So they don't really have coats in this time frame. You're basically just getting like a fur-lined cloak that you would use to cover yourself. For that, it would just be an extra 5 gold.
Okay.
I'm gonna buy a set. Just throw in my bag, just in case my cloak goes out for some reason.
Okay, I'm not buying an extra cloak now.
Oh.
Alright, I don't need the extra.
Okay.
I'll jump on the bandwagon and get extra things. 10.
Okay. So you guys head into town, grab a bunch of
Well, I'll
winter
go
gear,
separately.
basically. Yeah, right.
Individually.
Obviously.
I mean,
Obviously. Luckily, since well, Kelnorn, you were getting some too, right?
No,
No.
well, asking, I remembered I wear a bear skinned cloak,
Right. Okay.
so I have cold weather gear
Yeah.
effectively.
Okay. So basically, I mean, everybody, if Kelnorn had been buying, everybody but him would have been able to just buy basically off the rack. So, but since you're not buying, you're fine. But yeah, you guys are able to purchase what you like, and be prepared. So, anything else?
I think that's it for me for the day, really. Not even
Okay.
going to the party. I mean, oh, okay, I'll go to the party.
Oh,
I'll re-dye my hair because I'm sure it's been a while since I've done it. So
You'd have some roots starting the
Yeah.
show, so but yeah, you can take care of that. I'm glad you put that in the chat there. That's good. That's what I was hoping for. All right. So day will pass by as you guys are just kind of relaxing and preparing yourselves, getting your gear checked out, making sure everything is ready to go. You know, Niha's taking care of the horses, getting them prepared and ready to go for the following day. Around the time frame that you kind of set up, Kelnorn, basically in between like 5 and 6, a wagon will approach the tower with the food that you had catered in.
excellent. And I will direct them to the upstairs table, since that's like the gathering area, and I will assist.
Okay. Since you're helping them out, the tree does not activate and try to stomp anybody, although you haven't really told it to yet. So, but yeah, the tree stays put. As you're helping bring them up and down, while you're on your second trip down, kind of grabbing a cask, you'll see El Hazir and Iglar coming up the road.
I'll free hand and wave, and then continue on.
Okay. Where's everybody at as you guys are watching or hearing, smelling the food come in?
I'm just standing at the wagon watching everybody carry the stuff in.
Okay.
I'll greet the guests as they arrive.
All right.
I'm finishing getting ready.
I'm in one of the hammocks outside that I
Okay.
put up.
Relaxing. Nice.
Yeah.
I hope it's not on the baby tree. Like the new like Kelnorn's baby.
No, because it would have been ripped away.
You can always just have them hold it.
That's true. So yeah, El Hazir and Iglar will show up. Yeah, you'll see. I mean, Rowan, as you're standing out there, you'll see another figure that starts to kind of comes over the horizon hill that you can kind of see towards the city. And then as it gets closer, you'll see Lady Tessero making her way.
When they're coming in, I'm like, Iglar. And then I'll kind of turn towards the tree and I'll be like, friend. I'll do that with every person.
Iglar will look at you and say, yeah, friend.
I'll yell out in the middle of it. He's drinking the special sauce today.
Oh, imbibing a little bit early, are we?
El Hazir, also friend.
Yep, definitely a friend. Uh, then Lady Testral's the last one to come up.
Ah, Lady Tessero. Old friend.
It's not normally nice to refer to a lady as old.
No,
but,
like we've been friends for a longer time.
Ah, yes. One of your classic bard jokes, I see.
Yes.
Kind of looks off in the direction of the tree as you talk and look at it. It's like, oh, interesting. Okay. I heard there was a party
Yes.
happening here today.
Please come in.
I have not been here before. This is well, I haven't visited you guys in the city, period. It's been a while since I've been to Arabelle. How long have you been here?
Man, that's a great question.
10 minutes.
Like, we moved in here before we went north to Hillsfar. I don't know if you knew that we did that, but so like a month and a half, maybe.
Okay. So fairly new.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I look forward to seeing the inside.
There's not much to it. I'm not gonna lie.
That's not true. Rith did a whole bunch of decorating.
He sure
From
did.
Hillsfar. He took everything from Hillsfar that wasn't strapped down.
Yeah, but did he? Where did he
Twins'
put
house.
it? Did he put it all throughout, or just in his room?
In his room.
It's all
I mean,
popped up in his
yeah.
room.
You know, he's
There's like tapestries and desks.
he's
and...
got dragon blood in him. I thought maybe it was like a
He's
horde.
hoarding.
Yeah, you know.
The tower's
Well,
my horde, dude.
Towers, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Why do you think he's sitting out on a hammock? He's just perched on the horde that is the land and everything
Oh,
around it. you
what I
know?
meant to say is, yeah, we've got all kinds of expensive things in there.
Some of them might be. I mean, the art was.
It came from like rich area of Hillsfar.
No, it's nice stuff. It is some of it is a bit extravagant looking because you had Damon Faith that had purchased this stuff and they really liked their comfort and the status. So she'll kind of walk in and look. I'll be honest, I was not expecting this kind of decor from you. But it is indeed very, very nice.
Yeah, Rith's got an eye for, decorating.
I can see that. He chose some very nice pieces. Quality and craftsmanship is very top notch.
Yeah. Kelnor and 3 people are here. Is anyone else coming?
No, that'd be everybody.
Oh.
All of us. Oh, Shelby. Shelby should be coming.
Oh. All right, I'll wait outside some more.
All right.
I will join you.
Okay. So
Oh. Head out.
probably about 5 minutes later, you'll see Shelby coming up the road.
I'll do the same. Shelby, friend! Look at the tree again. I'm teaching.
Gotcha.
Okay. Yeah. Friend, student. Yeah. I heard there's food. I smelled it coming up the road, so smells good.
And drink.
Okay.
It's a proper get together.
Oh, I've been to one of those in a while. Well, since the gala that we were at.
It might not be that proper of a get together.
Well, the company will definitely be better.
Rith, you're not gonna get stuck behind a tree again, are you? Or not Rith, Kelnoran, you're not gonna get stuck behind a tree again, are you?
I don't feel the urge to hide here, so
Okay.
so no.
All right.
I will instantly head to the nearest potted plant and just jokingly stand behind it.
Good job, good job, good job.
Great party, and the host is certainly interactive.
As Shelby walks in, she'll just she'll look towards you, Rowan, and say, how have you been?
Good. We've been doing a lot of things.
Yeah, Rith and Kelnoran stopped by and told me about your past months of adventuring. Hillsfire sounded like quite the experience.
Yeah, I guess it could be called that.
What would you have called it?
I don't know. Debacle?
I'll lean in and believe Fuster Cluck is a good one.
That's a good one too.
Yeah, it sounded like things were
You know what? At this point, it's probably typical.
planned well.
Yeah. Everything always goes to plan with us.
Yeah, I think the outcomes are more important, right?
Yeah, probably.
Well, shall we go eat?
I go. Oh wait, Rith's still outside.
Oh, when Shelby gets here, I'll get up.
Oh, okay. Never mind, Rith's here with us.
I would not be worried about him missing the food, so.
I know, look at him. New and improved.
Yeah, the color of his scales is rather nice. I like it. I like the old one too, but that's quite dashing.
Yep.
Shall we?
Yeah.
He does not know how to take that, so he just shrugs and goes up.
All right. So everybody heads inside. Food is upstairs on the table and ready to go.
As soon as everybody gets up there, Lilith will come out of her room. Hello, friends. Welcome.
She just woke up.
I mean,
I may have took a nap. That's okay.
Lady Testrel says there's nothing wrong with a nap. We ladies need to make sure that we look our best.
Thank you.
While everyone's gathering, I'll introduce Lady Tesserol to everybody that she hasn't met yet, as far as I know. So Shelby, Iglar, and Elhazir.
Which is Shelby.
Just Shelby?
Yep. Elhazir and Iglar seem to have met her are either acquainted or have met her in passing. You'll get the impression that they haven't had a great amount of time to talk to each other, but they are familiar with each other or have met. So, but Iglar said, I wasn't aware that you knew someone of such distinguished lineage, basically.
Well, we get around.
Obviously.
Crazy?
Did I say something?
Our travels have taken us many different roads, is what Kelnorn was trying to say, I believe.
Oh, I understood. I enjoyed the double entendre of it, whether or not it was intended or not.
It was not.
That's fine. It was still amusing.
Well, with everybody here, some of you don't really have a choice. You live here, but for those who did, thank you for coming. Yeah, I'm trying. Thank you.
I didn't want to, I didn't want it to fall flat. I was just trying to.
This was because I would like all of you here to see my future grove and to know that you are all welcome there at any time. But I felt it first, it was best to party ourselves up a bit because as a druid, we like secluded places. So it's a tiny bit of a walk.
So you are, you're establishing your own druid grove in Arabelle?
No, it's near Arabelle, though. I want to, in retirement, play more an active role in the city and region, and less so much as an adventurer, but as a caretaker.
Okay. They all nod and agree. Well, very intrigued to see what becomes of your grove. We'll be keeping an eye on it. If you need any assistance along the way, if anything, we'll be happy to help you as well.
Of course, if I need it, I will ask. I also would like to introduce, the four of you to a new addition to our tower.
Okay.
I spent some time over the last couple days awakening a guardian to help protect the ladies here while we're away and assist when we are here.
They'll each look at you and say, "Oh, that's quite the potent ability for most druids, is it not?"
I guess I don't really haven't had a whole lot of interaction with druids. I remembered it vaguely when I was from studying, being taught. I did a lot of self-reflection and requesting help from nature to finally figure it out for myself. But if it is abnormal, I will take the complimented as it is.
Well, as far as abnormal goes, I would say it's more impressive. Even as the uses of the arcane of animating something or bringing it to life is not something that many of us get to do.
Huh.
Your microphone's on your head for Damien. I don't know if you were saying something about it.
No, I was debating on it.
Okay.
I could do it, but I'll let her have her shining moment. It's temporary, so.
Well, is this guardian inside or?
He's outside.
Okay. Be happy to meet him. Or it.
He's an outside dog.
Well, that's the potted plant that Kelnoran was hiding behind inside.
Yeah.
That's the second guardian. Back up.
Just eat, drink.
Okay.
Thank you for coming.
All right. So you guys spend some time eating, some time drinking. You introduce them to the Walnut Guardian.
Yes.
You notice there's a slightly like knowing look on Lady Testral's face as you're introducing. Like she kind of had an inkling that this was the tree. But yeah. Tree confirms them as friends or as welcome guests. So after about hour and a half or so, everybody's finished eating, talking, everything. It is nighttime out at this point, basically, or the sun has kind of reached its setting point, but doesn't necessarily stop you from getting where you need to go.
Everybody is invited, including Corthirin.
Oh,
I would like him to know where it's at.
of course. I would be happy to accompany you.
All right.
Works himself up out of the ground and distills some of the dirt that's around there, unsettles it. Rith, you didn't have your hammock attached to him, right? Okay.
Not anymore.
We just pulled it up for you and put it down.
Should I get my horse?
No. No, it's going to be rough terrain getting there. On foot is the best at the moment.
Are we riding the tree?
I mean, if you want, you should ask him.
I would be happy to transport any of my friends.
Okay.
Kind of lower a branch down for you.
I'll jump on like a hobbit.
Nice.
Yeah, I feel like I've seen this in a movie
I
somewhere.
feel like it's coming, yeah. We just finished saying hello.
All right. I will cast Druidcraft on my club so that there's a light source
Mm-hmm.
and lead the way.
Excellent. So, as you follow, you guys follow Kelnoran. It takes about, what did I say, an hour and a half or so?
Yeah, hour and a half.
Yeah, hour and a half from the tower itself. His grove seems to be situated about an hour outside of Arabelle, slightly northwest of the city. As you're following him, he's traversing a well-known path that he's aware of. You don't see anything that is distinctive of like a path that kind of goes in that direction. The tree manages to make its way through openings that it possibly can. Lilith, you're hanging on. It's interesting riding a moving tree. A lot less smooth than a horse.
I would have grabbed my winter cloak
Mhm.
from the last time I went to the Grove.
Yep.
Wait, you were worried about riding a horse without a saddle, and now you're riding a tree without a saddle?
It's called maturing.
But
The
yes,
tree's got a hold of me. The horse didn't.
after an hour and a half, you guys arrive at essentially a rocky outcropping that is once Kelnorn leads you through. It is a bit idyllic when you get inside. The air inside this area is actually warmer than what it is out there. Kelnorn, as you've noticed, there are some like geothermal activity in this area that keeps it warm. Even the grass kind of around the central pond that's there is still vibrant and green. There's a few of the trees that still have leaves that are near the lake itself or the pond. And as he described, it is pretty well hidden, with some cliff walls that go nearly sheer up about 100 feet or so, keeping everything rather isolated. And when you guys get there, you do see Thaya, who has set up her own animal skin tent that she has. There is a fire that's going on the interior. She has some food that's been cooking. She'll see you guys come in. She'll say, "Oh, Kelnorn, he's and the rest of you. That's good to see you all again."
I wanted friends and family to know where it's at, so that they know they're welcome in times of visit or times of danger.
She'll look up at the awakened tree.
I made a guardian.
Impressive. Seen some of the elders in my own clan do that a time or two. What's its name?
This is Korth Tyrion, and I'll introduce her to the others as well.
Okay. You will greet them all and introduce herself as Thaya from up north beyond the Moon Sea, having recently relocated to this grove.
If you're all willing to indulge me a little longer, I'm going to take the first steps in dedicating the grove with all who are welcome in it. Should take 10 minutes.
Sam?
He's up there. I would say he's probably found a home here for the most part, if you're dedicating this as your grove. But
yep. Now, it'll require
to join you, by the way.
Excellent.
This.
So I will pull off some the jerky that I still carry in my pockets.
Okay. He snaps it up pretty quick.
The dedication will have me summoning some elementals and some nature spirits to help acclimatize the area to what'll happen. I will be releasing control of them, so don't make yourself aggressive. They should maintain friendly, but you can't always count on it with certain ones, like fire. Right, and then I'll go through my casting spells.
Okay.
I'll cast plant growth, and then minor elemental. While just summon 4 mephits, 1 for each element, and I'll do conjure woodland beings to bring in the Fae, and then I'll commune with nature, and then Druid's Grove.
Okay.
And it takes about 10 minutes to get through all the spells.
Yep. So yeah, you guys watch, and well, yeah, all of you have some form of connection to magic. There is as Kelnoran goes through this, you watch as the 4 Memphis that he summons, the being from the different elementals, all fan out and take like a cardinal direction, basically, northeast, west, south. You watch as the plants grow and everything becomes more vibrant. You watch as animal spirits come in that are native to the different areas, and then as he starts to go through the Druid's Grove consecration spell, like it's all of these effects are coming about, and there's a humming in the air that just feels like magic is gathering. Those of you that are more dedicated casters like Damien, Rowan, obviously, Lady Testrel feels it. Even Iglar seems to be paying attention. Alhazir, Lilith. I mean, you start to get some of there's just like some of the hairs just stand up on the back of your neck. I guess for Rith, some of the hairs on your beard stand up. And Kovac, you can definitely sense some of this, although the Fae spirits feel kind of antithetical to you to an extent, but not something that you're unfamiliar with. And then as he finishes this casting, there is just this warm feeling like you've just cut into a loaf of fresh warm bread and you're eating it with like a bowl of stew. It feels comforting to you. It feels like home. You feel safe in this area.
Thank you, everybody. This is a home away from the tower for all of you.
Have you thought of a name yet for it?
I'm going to name it after my people.
Quite the fitting dedication.
I thought adventuring would help me to honor their memory, but I think this is more appropriate.
Familiar.
Kaiju.
Yep.
You summoned too many animals.
Yep.
Know not what you do.
Are you going to call it Mulan?
No, I'm not a cow. No, it's Throbhan.
Very nice.
If you want, you can hang around. I'm going to use this space tonight as my first time sleeping here. Making it a little more official for myself. You know.
Seems appropriate. The three guests that you invited, Iglar, Elhazir, Lady Tesserel, all take an opportunity to thank you for the experience of being able to witness this, knowing how important it is to druids and individuals of creating a sanctuary like this. They feel very honored to have been invited. So, Lady Tesserel will look at her and say, "Well, I had a wonderful time this evening. I'm going to take myself back to Evening Star this evening. So, if you're ever over there, come. As always, my door is open to you. And Kelnor and I will visit you again, perhaps in a few months, once you've had an opportunity to fully integrate yourself."
I look forward to it. You should know that we'll be around Evening Star Way soon, heading back into the halls.
Ah, okay. Well, don't need to tell you, but be cautious. Be careful. If you need a place to rest afterwards, again, my door is open.
They've teleported?
Well, it has the option to go badly, but I'm pretty familiar with where I'm going. Just like ta-ta, and just she's gone.
Neat.
It's pretty cool. Damien can do that now. Damien can do that now.
Well, I have a ring that helps me do it. I haven't done it yet.
Shall we try it?
Yeah, practice makes perfect.
So, Thaya, you're from up around the Moon Sea, correct?
North of there, yes.
Are you
From,
familiar with the ruins of what was the name of that again?
Blah, 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 blah.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's it.
That place.
Sort him.
Yorafon, I think, was the one you're referring to.
That's what I said.
Ilrafon. Yep.
Ilrafon, yeah.
I don't know. I felt that it was pretty accurate.
Pretty accurate, yeah.
That's how you spell it.
YLRAPHON.
Oh, I got it. It's
Yeah.
Yeah, we're doing it phonetically.
RAFAN.
Yep, okay, that works.
I have it. I just
Yep. Vaguely, I don't know much about it. I know it's in the near the flooded forest there.
Did you say flooded forests?
Flooded forest, yes. Yeah, it's she mentions that. I mean, you being from Cormanther, yeah, go ahead and give me a nature check for you.
Oh, okay.
Or survival, one of the two.
I'll choose survival. I have a slightly better chance with that one.
Okay.
Would I have an idea where?
17.
You can give me a history check.
22.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, you're familiar with the flooded forest. It is it's a little bit north of what they call the Dragon's Reach, which is one of the kind of the arms that comes off the Sea of Fallen Stars. It's in between Cormanther and the Earthspun Mountains, or an area called the Vast. So you're you're familiar with where the location's at. Kelnoran, yeah, I mean, you know that the flooded forest is just south of the northeasternmost part of Cormanther.
Okay.
It is. Yeah, it's on the east side of the Dragon Reach lake there. So you're familiar with its general location.
Do I know how far then would be from Hillsfire?
Depending on how you decide to travel there, you're looking at about 10 to 12 days walk. You guys could try to take obviously you guys know that the Moonsea has ports along the different areas. I mean, there are some ports that you could certainly take that would get you a little bit closer and cut down on the journey, but
Okay, I'll bring that up. So tomorrow, you you won't want to be riding your horses through the portal. You want to walk them through, because it won't be quite tall enough to help you guys through. I'll drop us off as close to Hillsfar as possible. It's a 10-day to a little longer to get to Ilrifon. The consortium basically from there. There's a couple ways we can shorten that if you want to go for boat rides. Hit a port, sail. I'm not familiar with that. So, yeah.
Yeah, we could. I mean, if we leave the horses and go by boat,
Then do we not want to take the horses at all?
that's what I was thinking.
I promised one a ride, that he would be going on a ride.
Well, maybe Nija can take him.
Damien, give me a history check too for you.
I was debating on that because I think I know where this is at. Ooh, not great.
9.
9?
Well, I mean, for you, it's not really. The Dragon's Reach is something that you definitely know. And if it's up in that area, if you got to somewhere like your hometown, talking like a 4 to 5 day boat journey, you think?
Well, I'm not going to recommend we go through my hometown. I don't want to do that.
Just telling you. But you know, the ports in Sembia would be fairly close. But yeah.
I thought we were traveling via tree.
We will be, but I can only take us so far.
And only to a place he recognizes.
Yep.
Which we haven't been north of Hillsfar.
Yeah. I mean, when I was still with my tribe, I've been all over the Cormanther and the Dales region, so I might be able to drum up something from memory, but let's just say there's a lot of years of alcohol that might have made that a little difficult.
I say we stick to the safer route there.
Yeah.
Do you want to recall anything yourself?
No, I do not. Actually, it feels too fuzzy of a past for him to try to dig up.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay. And when you originally talked about going to Evening Tree. Are you thinking Hills Farm?
Or to Elven Tree?
Yeah.
If I can recall a large enough tree near Hillsfar, that'll be better.
Okay.
If I can't, Elven Tree is perfect.
Okay.
Because it's not far.
Give me since it's been about a month since you've been there. Yeah, give me a nature or history check.
Okay, I'll go with nature. 12.
Typical nature roll from you.
That's far better, like in my normal sphere of roles.
You can recall some that are like reasonably close to Hillsfar. I mean, if you're talking about taking horses, you'd still probably have like a couple hours ride. Get to Hillsfar from there. You don't recall any specifically that you can remember that would be big enough for what you're doing in Hillsfar itself.
Okay.
The one time you were kind of in the wooded areas inside of Hillsfar, you were in the midst of fighting a bunch of stuff at that point.
Right. Not paying attention to that bit.
Right.
So do we want to leave the horses and use Hillsfar's port tomorrow to get closer to where we're going faster?
I mean,
Yes.
I would say yes.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm down for faster.
I agree. I think we want to get this Hall's business done sooner than later.
Yeah. Well, I think we've got a plan.
Let's not call it that,
Why?
because those never work.
Okay, we have a travel itinerary.
There we go.
Okay.
All right, then. It's a plan.
Yes, it's a plan. We might want to bring the big tent, the one we took when we captured the thieves. Haven't really put that to a whole lot of use. Having all of us in one spot, not camping in separate tents, will help keep us warm when we're having to be off boat and on foot.
Okay.
Yeah, and the winter clothing we all got should work pretty well on the boat too, because it will be chilly.
Okay.
Hello again.
Okay. So, you guys have a plan then set up for yourself?
Did Iglar or Elazir have any input on our plan? Because I don't know that they've left yet.
They haven't. They're just kind of sitting there watching you.
We would have told them anyway. So both of them.
Yeah, no, they're just sitting there waiting.
Well, shall we return to the tower? Get a bit of nightcap. Sleep for tomorrow. I will, of course, return here.
Yeah. Have a good night. Nudge, nudge.
I mean, the thermal vents will help. If I go bare, I should be able to sleep fairly easily.
Yes.
Oh, you're staying here?
Yeah.
Yes, I want to spend a night here as part of the dedication.
Ah, okay. Well, we'll see you in the morning, I suppose, then.
Yes.
Your awakened tree will say, may I stay with you as well?
Of course.
This feels home.
For the next hour, at least, there's a couple additional beings a bit like yourself, not quite like yourself, because the Druid's Grove temporarily awakens plants.
Yep, a couple of trees. So, the tree will stay.
I'm gonna try to walk myself out to the best of my ability.
I'll lead.
I already started walking.
Okay.
El Hazir will say, do you want me to take us back to town now? We can get us to the east gate.
Yeah, that'd be great.
So, if you don't want to head back, we can teleport us back to the city.
No, I do need to head back.
Well,
Last potion to set up and all that.
You're welcome to join us as well if you'd like.
Sure. Of course, Darren, I'll be back in about an hour.
Very well. I will talk to Thaya.
Friend.
Good friend. Kindred.
That's a different game, man. That's the one we play on Thursdays.
All right, so you guys gather around, and El Hazir will teleport you guys to the actual east gate, not the northeast gate, but the east gate.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. I know where that one is.
Oh, this is where I thought we were going.
Say, well, you guys should be about a half hour that way. We'll head into the city. Kalnoran, thank you once again for the invite and the experience.
Thank you for coming.
It was one of a kind. Anyone who hasn't teleported yet? I don't know, Damien, have you?
I don't think I have.
I think the rest you have.
I don't think I have.
Yep, Kalnoran's not.
Have. Okay. Guys, go ahead and just give me a con save as you come out of it.
Oh, I'm sure that's
Not for Kovac and Rith, though. You guys have done it already.
That is a check.
Yeah!
Ooh.
Woohoo!
Nice. Okay. So Lilith and Kalnoran, you guys, as you come out, it feels for a brief moment like you are being turned inside out and just shunted across the distance extremely fast, and then coming to a very abrupt stop. It makes it feel like you want to throw up. You don't.
Oh,
It was
I was waiting for it.
It feels like an all night binger. Some of your past ones there, Kilnorn. But you drop to a knee as you come out. Just a little bit of like vertigo feeling, but after a few moments, it passes. You realize you're back on solid ground. Yeah, Rowan, you just as you come out of it, and
Then I walk to the side and just lay down.
Yep. Hugging the ground like, oh, solid ground. Damien's fine. There was like it was a bit of an interesting experience being pulled and shunted and but
Yeah, I mean it was,
it was abrupt.
Kind of tickled in my tummy.
Yeah. But you felt fine.
that was disconcerting.
Yeah. I'm glad we hadn't done that before.
Are you okay, Rowan? I'll take that as no, and I'll scoop him up like a parent carrying a child to their bed.
Yeah.
Lilith will do like that stiff leg walk.
Yep.
Feel like I just came out of an unprobability engine and I want to throw up yarn.
All right. So you guys make your way back to the tower. Kalnorn, you want to go ahead and give me a herbalism check for your potion?
Of course.
Ooh, nice.
27.
Yeah. That one should be good to go in the morning. The other one's fine. Obviously, we're able to kind of pack that one up, but you'll have another one ready in the morning when you come back.
Awesome.
So, and you make your way back to the Grove without any kind of issue. Finish
I'll fly.
Yeah. Turn into a bird, fly your way back. Rest of you head inside. Rowan kind of crawl up the stairs into your bed. But yeah, you guys are able to get your evening's rest in. Kalnorn, you're able to kind of finish your dedication and dedication of yourself to your druidic ways. So you're able to
Excellent.
remove your levels of ranger and go full druid at this point if you'd like. I think you already had at this point, but
I have, but I've not cast any spells I wasn't capable of.
right. So at this point, you are back on your druid path. Shelby did not go back to town. She is staying at the Grove as well.
Okay.
Just interested to see what it's like since she did not go back
Ignoring
with...
you, dog.
I will bring a tent back with me then.
Okay.
Just one.
Yes, I'm going to be a bear. I don't need it.
And there's every time Kelnoran slept, he just sleeps underneath the stars anyhow. But yes, so morning comes around, you guys get up, and we will pick up next time with the transport via plants to Hillsfar, and see where it goes from there as you guys journey towards the consortium, booking naval passage and determining which port you want to arrive at. If you're over here on Twitch watching us tonight, thank you for stopping by. Hope you enjoyed this week's episode. We'll see you in a couple of weeks. Don't know if we'll see you for this one. I can't remember if we had any conflicts this one or it starts in June. June will probably be crazy. We don't know what's going to happen there for sure, as far as availability goes for our group. But if you're watching over on the YouTubes, you know what to do. Hit the buttons, do the things. Comment if you really feel like it. I don't have any trivia related to the D&D world, so sorry. That's only a vampire thing.
I got one.
Okay.
Mimics can talk.
Interesting. I've heard of some very interesting things that people have done with mimics and bodies and things like that. So, yeah, that might be something I'll have to use in the future. But once again, thank you everybody for watching. We will see you next time. Until then, keep those dice warm. Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Yeah.
Laters.